Hey folks, Quillyteen here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4! It's Savory Savoy! We've been bigging ourselves quite a bit since we started. It is 1483, so we're 39 years into the game. And yeah, I mean, I can't be disappointed about how much stuff we've done. I mean, maybe we could have grabbed more, but I don't know. It feels like we've been right on the edge of pushing our luck with AE. Maybe we could go a little more, maybe we could have taken one more province and just sort of hungered down until the coalition went away, but overall I'm pretty happy, I think, with the progress we've made. Now, it's a new day of recording for me, so I'm just like re-establishing myself where we are. We are currently in a war, but it's not a very meaningful war. It was Austria versus Milan and Venice. Now, the downside is here, it will reset our truce timers with these guys, which prevent us from starting war. But on the other hand, if I recall correctly, we have a fair amount of aggressive expansion, so we're not necessarily looking for anything like that. Plus, theoretically, there is a risk of coalition, because there are some people above 50, but we're going to have truce timers with two of the people who would potentially be in there. Not that the coalition would likely be dangerous, but it does give us a little bit more flexibility to maybe try whatever comes next. Now, I would very much like to go after Genoa again over here. 3 years will be our truce expiration, and that will definitely be a big target. That's probably the most important thing we can grab in the short term. But the other thing is taking a whack out of Florence over here. And then maybe Aragon at some point would also be kind of nice. We did fabricate a claim on Sasser at some point. I don't know if we've got one on Corsica. Right now, our diplomats are busy improving relations with a few people. That's fine. Otto improving relations with allies is groovy. And then we should hopefully be able to get Geneva relatively soon. I think it's going to work out that we can get there. We'll see. We can't start an annexation while we're at war, of course. We've got all our forts down. We're actually training our troops, even though we're in battle, but that's because we're not really concerned about anything landing on us anywhere. I mean, I guess there's these guys over here, which could be a thing. Are they moving towards me? Oh, no, they were moving to escape. Yeah, no, I think we can keep just drilling. But the drill, maybe get some upgrades for our general, which wouldn't be too shabby. Yeah, you guys can take care of that. The war score continues to go up more. So we said yes to this. Austria called us into their offensive war. We said yes so we could get some favors. Provence just keeps getting excommunicated. What is the story here? I really don't know what the story is with... Maybe I'll have to play as them at some point. Circassia declares war on Genoa over here, which actually isn't necessarily bad for us, because if Genoa gets smaller here, it gives us an extra option for how we might decide to eat this province here, i.e. that we could vassalize them if we wanted to. But that's not really what we're looking to do, especially not until we get rid of Geneva and just get that dealt with. Type's suspended, but it is certainly there. Yeah, let's summon a Diet. What does the clergy want? They want a church in Cremona, which is probably fine. Make Poland like us more, which will give loyalty. We can build... So this is the trade power building, which we don't get really high trade value out of any of those. Whereas whereas in Cremona, wherever that is... Oh, right there. Yeah, it probably, with base tax of 6, you probably get some good value out of a church, and it's going to give us an extra base tax as well. So, that's definitely an easy pick. I mean, the production would be good, actually. I could have checked to see what resource was being produced there. If it was a mission to build a... What is it called? Like a workshop? Yeah, if it was a mission to build a workshop and get +1, production, that would be a no-brainer. But the actual trade building, well, I mean, we would like to just dominate trade generically. Building the trade buildings in low trade value places isn't particularly enticing. They're still working on that. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think there's any reason I couldn't just do this now. Let's get that started. That's going to be okay. Merchant family from Berna greatly expand our long-range trade with the Mamluks. So successfully establish themselves in places... Influential, very rich. So we can gain influential trade family, trade power 10 in Alexandria, okay. Or we can get a half price level 2 advisor, which is probably more than we can afford. Even at half price, so level 2 is still probably beyond our means right now. I guess I'll do this. We don't really use the Alexandrian trade power, but sure, fine. There's still too many enemy ships around to release you guys, so yeah, we won't do that.
Actually, what I should have done is if I split off this way,
I think the primary fleet will be the galleys, so it's going to be fine. I was gonna say, you're not going to have a mission. Yeah, just stay parked here for now. We'll figure out our fleet situation once the war is over. So yeah, our manpower is recharging, our AE is going down. We had no admin to core anymore anyway. So this is actually perfectly fine to be sitting and waiting, I have to keep telling myself. We're still behind on admin. We could unlock a new idea group as well. We've got the admin focus on, which is good. That's where I want, especially since we're almost certainly taking innovative ideas next. We're still ahead on military, which is nice because we can keep developing our quality ideas. I like that a lot. Filling over there. Okay, Austria, you have declared war against Milan. That's probably why you're not piecing out. This is actually really interesting. San Gallo. So this specifically is the war goal over here. Now, I think even though I occupy it, I think because it's the war goal, they can ask for it. But they won't be able to ask anything else. And as it turns out, like, okay, this is Austria. I guess the Austria and Savoy. Okay, this is already occupied by Austria, probably because it's the war goal. Savoy, Savoy. I'm not going to release any of these because I don't want to grow Austria. And also, I don't want to have to go to war with Austria for any of this stuff. Even San Gallo, because it's in Switzerland, this is going to be awkward because we are going to get a permanent claim on this. So Austria's already encroaching on territory we want to take for our missions. So that's a little unfortunate. But yeah, I'm not going to give up any of these sieges. And then, yeah, we don't have any of these. Oh, we actually have... We have a siege here. Tell you what, I'm going to flip this one to Austria. Hard to tell. The colors look exactly the same. Like, we have slightly pinker, but on the green, it looks about the same. Okay. Flip that over to you. But yeah, I'm not giving up anything else in Milan. Deal with it. These are still just galleys being produced. Wait. At some point, I started building the wrong thing. Galleys do have some value because this is all inner sea, and that they are good warships. I won't trash the ones I've got, but that's not what I'm looking to build right now. I want barks. There we go. That'll bring us up to our force limit. I want that for trade. I did want a few, I think I may have built galleys when I wanted to build transports, is potentially what happened there. I'm not sure which one it is, because I did want to have enough to land some troops over in Corsica and maybe Sardinia, should it come to that. And it would be nice to drop more than one at a time, although one at a time might be fine. We don't have the building yet to give us naval force limit, do we? No, it's right here. We don't have that tech yet. We need Diplotech 8, although we're not very far away from it. Let me spend this. We already have the prestige boost. Short-term taxes wouldn't be the worst thing in the universe. Actually, we have the 5 loans. We're paying basically no interest. It's 1% interest, but we'd basically pay none with this. Although we're still going to want to renew it. I don't know if it's worthwhile. Manpower recovery speed might not be a bad pick here. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. The other thing is just mercantilism in general. I'm going to pick this because it will help us annex faster. 20 years, plus everyone will like us a little bit more. So now that that's done, I don't care about papal influence. I'm going to take this to boost my prestige. So it only costs us, I think, 5 papal influence instead of 10. And we're not that far away, really, from the Protestant stuff starting, so we may as well burn our influence over there. I think there were a multitude of buttons that would have been pretty strong to hit. We could consider spending 67 admin to lower this. I mean, we're sort of wasting some of the amount we could get. Wouldn't be the end of the world, but if we get an inflation reduction guy, that would also work. Mission fulfilled. Glory to Torino. Oh, it's up to 5 buildings. Well, there you go. This is going to give us a center of trade in Torino, which is amazing. 20 prestige. We're not going to mind that either. And then the whole PMO area gets development cost discounts and production efficiency. Glory to Torino indeed. The extra center of trade is huge. Center of belief over here would be next. This is being the Papal Controller and having the Pope like us. I wonder if it's a center of belief. I wonder if this changes if we become Protestant to a different type of Sudgoal. I don't know. I mean, we're not going to become a Papal Controller. Like, we do, I think, have 2 cardinals, or we did for a while. Squint mode engaged. There we are, right over here. Oh, we do have 5 cardinals, but 0% chance. Now, I mean, we might be able to mess with it, but why bother, right? Yeah, I think so. The auto diplomat here is done. Let's see. It's interesting that Ferrara, I mean, they won't ally me right now, although, yeah, vital interest. We could Royal Mary and then maybe get there, but I'm just going to build a spy network and make sure we've got a claim on Corsica. I think that's going to be swell. Geneva, so we're almost at 190, but can remember we're going to lose the 25% bonus from being in a war together. There we go, just like that. Okay, favors. Oh, you gave me Como. And then you took San Gallo to yourself. Then you took Friuli from Venice. You're getting war reps. They're getting some money. We get a little bit of it. We did get aggressive expansion. Because he gave us land, which... Okay, we're definitely above the 50, although we do have truces with a good number of people who would be in that group. We're going to keep Como. There's no reason not to. We'll start coring you with just enough admin to do it. We're no longer at war. That fleet is just that. Yep, okay. So you're going to go back to protecting trade in Genoa. Go home at war. That's going to be fine. You keep drilling over here. And yeah, so Geneva 163. You got a few more subsidy points to get. And we can get 25 from gifts, right? If you go to 165, a gift puts you over the top. So we just actually, we need the improved relations to cap out, and if we can get another point from the subsidies, that could help as well. Austria likes us because we're Catholic. Okay, that's not going to last forever, but sure. I can't, oh, I can, actually. Now, the clergy would actually rebellion by 1 point, which is hardly the end of the world, but one thing to consider is, hey, is there a button I might want to hit at this point? You know, that gives them a little more love in exchange for something else. I mean, this doesn't cost us any land. It does make them like us. Cheaper advisors, more stability cost. I mean, we could do a one-time boost to this, you know. We could even, like, this is so low because we don't really make any income from wool. So we'd be pushing this button basically to give us mercantilism. Now, revoking it, I wonder if we lose the mercantilism later on. Certainly you lose the relationship boost. You know what? Maybe I'll just wait a tick because the equilibrium's up. Yeah, every month, if we just wait until the month ticks, which, like, maybe literally here. Oh, we've done that, but it didn't, no? Okay. That is interesting. Now, both Denmark and Naples have marked me as hating. I don't think this makes much sense to rival Denmark, because we're not really going to take a lot of actions against you, but at some point, Naples and us might start butting heads. Naples already hates me. They're allied to France, which I'm also allied to France. No, yes, I am. And you don't hate me, so you actually don't like Naples as much, because they've rivaled me. If I rival Naples back, they will hate me back. Or France will be upset by that. Maybe, after all, I will just rival Denmark. Because politically, it's going to work out a little bit better for us. Yeah, keep improving relations. Oh, there's our 165. Let me actually cancel my spy network over here. I'm going to keep my diplomat working in Geneva. Let's send you a gift for a full 25 relationship boost. Which... 190. And unless there's a weird event that triggers, it shouldn't drop below 190. Speed 4. Speed 4. There we go. Humiliate Denmark. That's fine. 193. Annex! Nice. So I can cancel the improved relations. I can also cancel subsidies, although I'll have to wait until there's a diplomat back. What I'm going to do first, I'm going to issue an embargo against Denmark. We're at 100 power projection. Look at that. I mean, we eclipsed Milan. We still have the eclipsed Genoa. Fan-frickin-tastic. Geneva, cancel subsidies. Not that they were very high. And I'll send you an insult. We may have already had one. Although, yeah, I could do Scornful, but I'm not going to spend the prestige on it. Because I don't need to. Alright, you're back over here. I think I'm going to send you back to Florence to spy over there and set up some things. And we still have tons of aggressive expansion. Not like we really want to pull a trigger on a war yet. We've got the church, which gives us some more base tax over there too, which is really helpful. Ragusa, yeah, go to war with Naples, that's fine. I'm a fierce negotiator for cheaper mercs. Cores. State. Yeah, there was no reason not to state you. You're definitely going to be part of our primary territory. I was going to say, we probably don't have enough to finish all of the, those cores. Do I want to just save it for the tech? No. Finishing the actual state cores is going to be worthwhile. Yeah, pirates are annoying, but what are we going to do? Okay, you do have the third galleon there. I guess we had some other construction. I didn't actually check in the outliner, but some other provinces were building them as well. But you know what? That'll be okay. Going over the force limit. Oh, alright, you've got that. You really do have to go protect trade over here and merge up with the other one. Going over your naval force limit isn't so bad if you're using lights, you know, to trade, because they sort of pay for themselves being over. And at least these ships are pretty cheap. They're not heavies. Because I would like some more cogs. Yes, let's absolutely 100% get this. Yeah, corruption, blah, 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 that's fine. Infantry combat ability, we don't even have infantry right now, or cavalry, rather. We don't have cavalry right now, so... Not really going to get a bonus from that at this time. Okay, we lost a cardinal, but that's okay. Oh, because Milan did a bad. Now, we do have a little more corruption. Corruption's going to go down because of our stability and our ahead of time, but we're currently overextended. Still, that's only going to last so long. I could spend some money fighting it, but I think we're just going to rely on our tech to bring down Rebel Uprising. Getting a little high for Provence. What I'll do is I'll stop this for a sec. We'll do a little bit of this. Doesn't change how much we're spending because we've got our maintenance on our army effectively up. Yeah, so if we renew this, I think it'll renew at 4%. So we do want to repay what we can, and then we're going to have to extend the rest. Forgive usury may have been a good pick there with the Pape. Wish the Genoa's ended. That is true. Actually, I may want to move my troops over a little. Force limit 26 rather. I mean, we'll still be fine as long as we got a leader. I'm going to move there just so that we have a little bit more space between us and them. In case a war suddenly breaks out. Although, wait, we're at full maintenance because we're rebel stomping. Although we won't be for, you know, forever. At some point, we'll go back to either lowering our costs or drilling. Can't drill while we rebel stomp. This will be the last of the overextension, at least. That's going to get rid of our just corruption generator, which will help it drop naturally by itself. And then we want this. It's not overextension, but we still want to make you a proper state. Please and thank you. Autonomy got quite low. I could actually lower it. There'll be some local unrest. There's already some, and we could fight it. How long does the local unrest stay? It is 10 years. There's still going to be some crankiness over here. No, I think I'll just let it go down on its own naturally. Do I must not have ship construction. Building ships. There we go. But now we're done. Of course, now we're done. Now that I think to actually check to see if that's enabled. That's fine. Go and protect trade. Genoan trade node. You should merge up. Okie dokie. Is this Austria again? Okay, that's fine. Wittenberg is part of the Empire. Brunswick will protect them, but isn't Austria part of the Empire? Oh, is Württemberg? I wonder if it's a city-state, or whatever. Yeah, I'm going to say yes. So it's going to bring up all our forts, which I guess is fine. We're still on Rebel Stomp over here, which is fine. We don't actually have to, you know, fight. And waste manpower and extra money. Austria did get beat up over there. I mean, we shouldn't lose anything, even if Austria loses this war. It would have to be pretty crazy. Yeah, the numbers are way, even without, ignore the 26,000 of our troops over here, the numbers are still way in favor of Austria. So, I think they're going to be fine. Well, even little Genoa is going to help out. It's going to be okay. Let me merge all you guys. And this war, we actually can have you stay out. So, maybe I'll do that. Because we're not fighting anyone on the coast. We'll have to remember that that's toggled that way later. You're still just there to stomp rebels. I could provoke them. That's not a terrible idea. Hills, hills. Okay, go stand in one of the hills, and then we'll provoke. You want churches in Cuneo. Or, what is this? Bring Saluzzo up to base manpower 6. We'd have to level it up twice. And it gives us a little instant manpower. Okay. The burghers want Saluzzo's production to be a 6. So that's increase it by 2. It would give us some instant cash, which is kind of nice. And we actually do have the Diplo power to spare. You know, I might go ahead and do this. Also, that should complete the mission. Unless I picked the wrong place, but I think we're okay. Also, I was going to say their loyalty, there it is, of everyone is above 50, which means... Oh, I'm not at peace, so I can't hit the button. Oh, I did miss a window there. That's unfortunate. Oh, yeah, you're being attrition. Can I... Oh, I can't provoke while I'm at war! Right, because you could use it defensively. To bring up some rebels. I keep trying to do that. Because usually because it's at war, my troops, they're being paid for. But I'm not necessarily fighting with them, so I'm like, oh, I may as well stomp rebels. But yeah, it would be a little cheesy if you could spawn rebels in the way of attackers, somewhere that's being sieged. Provence got excommunicated again. Oh, it's so funny. Let me double check the state of money. Okay, taxes, might build them later. And this too, but for now, I think paying off our debt is probably the best thing to do with our cash. Although I will get another advisor again. Increased Diplo rep will help us annex faster. A trade efficiency, and we don't really care about the annexation speed. Trade efficiency might be the way to go, because it'll sort of help pay for himself. And unlike, bonus taxes and things like that, it does, hurt other people too. So that's kind of nice. Because it's not just we get more out of trade. I think, or do we? Is it just a modifier after the fact? It's not more trading power, it's more trade efficiency. Yeah, maybe. We clearly want Corsica. I might just go and make claims on all kinds of territory over here that's more expensive. We'll take Corsica because that's something we were going to grab at some point. So it really makes sense. I don't know if I need my my forts up. We might leave it up a little more. Now you get the development cost discount. Oh, I could have done an edict for the discount before I leveled up that thing a couple of times, but I'm not sure that was... I don't think that was meaningful enough to worry about. I should have at least given it some thought, but yeah, I don't think it actually matters. Okay, go ahead, have fun. Are these decreasing? They are. Now, what helps in part is that I'm still rebel stomping. But it's possible that even without the rebel stomping, they would be going down. That's pretty far ahead. Okay, you've separate pieced out someone. Congratulations to you. Now, if I were to declare war right now, let's wait until the annexation's done. Oh, strong duchies don't work because we don't have any vassals anymore. Mission fulfilled over here, which is to integrate Geneva, which gives us a bunch of permanent claims. Romandy and Switzerland. And then, yeah, this is own all that. 2 Milan, 1 which is now Austria, and then there's the 3 leagues as well. Gonna be a little awkward, we're gonna see. We did go and grab that army over there. How are we doing force limit-wise? Though we're 4 over, and there's 4 dudes over there. Now our force limit will improve as some of the autonomy goes down. Oh, okay. We're going to declare war. Yeah, you don't have any real allies. The problem is the aggressive expansion. It would definitely lead to coalition issues. Do I just want to drop these guys? Or I mean, I can do... Oh, no, they're not my rival anymore. Yeah, never mind. As I say, I could at least war them for humiliation, but no, I can't. Hmm. Yeah, we don't have enough money to be above our force limit. Can't do that. We do have the free war taxes operating. So that's good. Oh, I mean, we can purchase another ability. Negative unrest. It's not a big deal. Claims bordering claims. We could push more claims and stuff. Cavalry, we don't need that. We're not doing colonies. +1 combat bonus and train of capital, so this again would give us a bonus to combat in the mountains. I think I'll grab that. I can actually see some value to being able to chain some claims, but I think we'll just do this. I don't think any of it's critically important. You're still rebel stomping, although the rebels are gone. I can probably just drill you. Okay, war's not over yet, but it's going to be over soon. I think I'm going to lower the our forts. No one's coming for us anyway. Go ahead and drop that. Let's say the rebellion numbers are probably going to go up a little bit because we're not stomping, but we can always just toggle back and forth between stepping on rebels and whatever else. We are going to have to go a little early on this, although, you know what? Let's go ahead. I'm going to promote mercantilism one time. Yeah, I'm pleased with that. Okay, the war is now over. What couldn't I do while we're at war? Oh yeah, provoke rebels, but now they're too low percentage for that for us to do anything there. We've got your territory, which is lovely. Got some money, which is probably going to go toward taxes. Let me just check this again, or debt. And you, and we do have some potent trade places, and they could be built up. Yeah, okay, I think I'm still fine with just paying off loans. Again, there's no advantage to paying them off early. It makes no difference whatsoever. Okay, our power projection did go down. What we need to do is we need to do a scornful insult now. England, we don't have a truce with you or anything. No, we do not. Ultimate rival. Okay, so we were still on cooldown. Can it be the same person? There we go. At that. We still have to wait for that +1 to go away. We can't renew it early, which strikes me as slightly annoying. But what can you do? Sure. This is available again. We've got some breathing room over here, which is good. I mean, I don't mind overpaying a little, maybe. Okay, they're bringing up an agenda. That tends to be fine. Still +1 base tax. This is just flat loyalty. Although it's easier to do, all we have to do is make someone like us. If we have +1 Diplo rep, we'll get 10 prestige. Now, our Diplo rep is only negative because we've gone and annexed a subject. So that will go away at some point, although it does take a while. Yeah, it would be 10 years away. We'd have time, and the prestige is nice. Chisi is over here. Yeah, you're a fine candidate for a church. I was gonna wait to do it until, you know, we had our loans paid off. But then we get the base tax, so that's pretty good, and the sooner we get it, the sooner we get the benefit from it. So I'm gonna go ahead and church it up over here. Once this autonomy, so it told us we were going to get, what, 0.12 per month? Well, really, we're going to be about double that as is, and in fact, more so because we're also getting the free tax up over there. So that's a pretty good one. That's definitely going to pay for itself really fast. Loans be damned. But yeah, I think our interest costs have gone up because we're now paying 4% on this, as opposed to 1% each. No, they still... Okay, see, that's interesting. Oh, I didn't realize that. So there's a glitch in the renew pop-up. It tells you you're going to renew it for 4%, but it actually does renew it at whatever your old interest rate is. So we're actually still only paying 1% interest on this. So our loans are really not a big problem, especially if our money's going towards something that improves our economy. You're going versus Florence. Here's the thing. I don't want all this. You might give some to me. Especially if I'm quick to siege some of it. Some of these are Florence ships. Okay, let me wait a sec. Let me bring you over here. You stop doing this. Don't accept yet. And we're going to try to get someone on Corsica. And see if that might be given to us. It's literally just like a single unit. Because we only have one transport. Get in here and be ready to go. There is going to be... Okay, that's the Papal States, so that's fine. Okay. I'm going to accept now. I don't know how the... If it'll time out, I think it's just the same as rejecting it, which is not what we want. We could grab Pike and Shot, but no, we're going to keep going here. That's fine with me. We've got our defensiveness, which is nice, and then we'll get the Prestige, which will be also pretty helpful in a sec. You're going to go and siege that out. We're going to be fighting the Florentine army over here. We don't have full morale, although neither do they, actually. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Going to be a messy fight, but it's also a stack wipe. Oh, and infantry ability on our general is very handy. Okay. So I don't have access rights anywhere, which might be fine. I might not care, actually, about marching my troops over there. Ah, Aragon. Okay. Didn't actually expect that. I think I can probably send I may as well send the whole fleet to protect trade in Genoa now. Wait, do you still have the dude on you? Yeah, you do. Where are you? Come here. Land there. Drop off the dude. Did I steal a Carrack? Look at that! I stole a heavy! Stick together, I guess, for now. You go here. I think I'll just drill or lower my stuff. I can lower my forts. There's no reason I need to have them up here. Let's do that. Yeah, go for drill. And that's just the Diplotech, which we're still going to wait for it to get cheaper. Munich having Golden Age, good for them. Yeah, I can't make any more claims or anything. But we have the claim on Corsica, although Aragon has got the siege, and is probably not going to flip it. I mean, they may have claims and things too for it, which is a little annoying. On the other hand, I mean, I don't really have the AE for them to be giving me stuff regardless. So mostly it's just join up so that we can get the favors for whatever our next offensive war might be. It might be great to take a big chunk out of Venice. It's not a trade zone that we're interested in, but there's certainly an opponent. I think Genoa still has to be our next target. I mean, just logically, yeah. Or finishing off Milan. Either one is perfectly fine. And in fact, we might just be able to eat all of Milan. Maybe not with aggressive expansion. I guess I'll cancel this for now. I don't literally have claims all over Milan. I have some permanent claims, which is why it's going to be so expensive, but I might try to get claims on a few other places just to see. Okay, you're still there. You know what? I think we'll go ahead and do another promote mercantilism. That's going to be okay. I could also do some development, I suppose, which wouldn't be too shabby. We get more people up to like a 20 or a 30, like these breakpoints for extra buildings. Especially if I run the edict to discount things. Plus, there's a papal bull right now we could take advantage of. Like, we could bring you up to at least 10 for some buildings. And just do it by spending Diplo power. That's not too shabby. I mean, I do want to be ahead of time on my Diplo tech because of the corruption decreasing. There we go, base tax done. Sea battle happened. Don't even have an admiral. Don't really need it. Well, he's got a variety of benefits you can get from having the Admiral. Anywhere that's got a good that produces for a lot of money is also a really good candidate for development growth. Yeah, mostly the silks and the cloths. Okay. Done. That war. That did go to Aragon. That's too bad. We're not allied to each other, although we're allied with a lot of the same people. Austria wouldn't join, and it actually would break their friendship. It would be great, though, if I could get someone to join on my side. Destabilize. Yeah, that's no good. Steel's in debt, and we don't owe them favors. And they would go on the other side. We got the truce going on here. Go to the truce map mode. What are we looking at here? 8 more years. Yeah, that's rough. 8 more years over there. We don't even have claims on Venice at this time. Actually, probably not a bad idea for us to just build a spy network over there and get a token claim so that we can potentially use it if we want to start a war that way, you know, depending on how the alliance webs go, or if we get called into another war against Venice by, say, Austria, they might give me some more territory. Now, Como over here even has a castle, which I'm not going to complain about. It's extra cost, but it's actually well positioned in the mountains here with a lot of choke points and things. Yeah, I'm actually quite okay with it. Ooh, I got to go and put a cut in this video, so let's do that now. We're just training you up. That's going to be fine. Wait, we might do it next year. We could wait one more year after that just to get the full discount, because we'd actually be at -5, I think, at that point, because one of my neighbors must have it. Yeah. And there's no real rush. The shipyard does give us naval force limit, which is actually an incredibly important building, but we don't really have the, I mean, we don't have that much money to rush to it right now if we do want to pay off the loans. On the other hand, again, they're cheap loans. I don't really want to renew them again because of the inflation, although we can lower it, but we also have to spend our admin over here. And if we want innovative ideas, which I do, yeah, it's going to keep being a thing. It doesn't help that we keep coring stuff, so that keeps burning down our admin power, which is why I spend most games with the admin focus on, because that's what we really chew through the most aggressively. We do have a really nice heir who's actually got admin, so that is going to be really useful. He's got a weak claim. We made that decision, but that's okay. And yeah, it'll compensate for the fact that we've been sitting on no frickin' admin from our monarchs for a little bit, because I think the Regency was the same way. All right, we'll put a cut in here. Folks, thanks a lot for watching. I'm going to see you guys next time. Bye-bye.